Hi everyone, Max Fosh here, that bloke that makes videos on YouTube, and also Harry Barr's best mate. Is that how you wanted me to tell them? Yeah? Okay. Just thought I'd let you know that this is going to be the last ever episode of the 27 podcast, so sit back, relax, open your ears, and very much enjoy.
27 podcast.
You're listening to
27 podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, your final episode. You don't want to go out like that.
I'll tell you what, though, Ben. I absolutely loved your little Christmas party. You're like,
It
"What
was
the heck?"
fucking hilarious. Like, honestly, so trying to do carols over on a Zoom call is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, because you'll be singing, I'll be singing, and I'm like, "Oh, the herald angels sing." Okay, so I've done that line, and I'm like, "Glory to," and then in my headphones, I can just hear, "Hark the herald." Like everyone else is so delayed.
Well, I mean,
but it's like a constant. It's like
yeah.
it's
Well, I mean,
just everyone dipping in and out. Oh.
If you think about it, when we recorded our original intro, you know, the
This
three
would also be a
guys
great
chilling on the
conversation for
podcast.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
How long did it take
We'll
us on
keep
the
it.
Zoom call to be like, well, okay, I'm going to say go,
Yeah,
and then I'm
true.
going to wait a second, and then I'm going to do it.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
It was good fun though, I have to say.
It was
I
very-
did
It was very fun.
during that whole thing. I just had a whole bottle of prosecco to myself. In my room.
Fantastic.
I'm on Twitter and I'm looking up St Pancras last night, and someone's just tweeted this. Well, not just tweeted, but tweeted just leaving St Pancras.
For the benefit of the tape, JK held up a picture of a very, very busy train in India. Anyway, right, I'm going to get into it. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to whoever and wherever you are. My name is Harry Barr. This is the 27 podcast, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Ben Butler, the great, incredible, magnificent, incredibleness Giselle Manarambona, and also JK is here.
And also JK. Do I not even get a single compliment? You give
One
Ben
last
two.
time.
Episode later. Oh my lord.
How are we on this incredibly Christmassy day?
Oh,
That
not
is
too
the,
bad.
what,
Yeah,
the
lovely.
19th of December?
Ben, I appreciate
Plenty.
that reference there, that pop culture reference from that singing.
Yeah.
Finger on the pulse of the country, singing some Hamilton.
And I've also just noticed that your Zoom background is you as Father Christmas and your dog.
Yeah. So yeah, this I
Oh my
I have to
God.
give credit to Harry Barr for that.
Well,
that
of
was his
course.
amazing editing skills. I had I had to put on a Christmas party last night, so I wanted a festive background. So hired Harry. Obviously, he pulled out the bag. To be honest, it looks pretty good. It's actually really cool.
I actually did clock
Um,
it was you.
Yeah, it's if you look close enough, you can see it's
Yeah.
me. But it does look pretty sick actually.
I mean, I
Um,
don't blame you yourself, because people would just be like, "Oh, it's Father Christmas because it's Christmas
Yeah.
Day."
True.
Well, because Ben
Yeah,
was like,
I
"Oh,
had
can I
to
have a
do,
festive background?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." It's like I'm thinking snowy. I'm like, "Okay, right." And then I'll get a photo of you, and I'll make you Santa, and I'll put Woody in as a reindeer. He's like, "Okay, yeah." And I sent Ben the original one over, like that one there, and he was like, "Do you mind just getting rid of like the Father Christmas?" I'm like, "Oh, so just have Woody?" I'm like, "No, just get rid of like all the pictures, so just have the background." So I was just like, "So you want me to send you a photo?"
Yeah.
Oh, you don't ask so
Yeah.
much, do you?
I just wanted. I just also wanted like a black, like not black, sorry, but just like a clean background with just because I had to try them out. See, because if I was sat here,
Yeah, that's
it
true.
wouldn't be
that's
relevant, wouldn't it? So
True. Yeah, well, that's why I did sort of. I thought about when you record, you tend to sit slightly to the one side.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah, got
thought-
all the logistics down.
yeah. A lot of work goes into these.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I just have to tell you guys about this this party I did last night. So I was expecting like 80, 100 people to turn up.
Oh
So
god.
for the first debate we had, there was 6. One of them was me, and then the second one was the carols. And I was like, okay, carols are mulled wine. I'm sure people will rock up. Some more people will rock up here because there's an incentive to drink and whatnot. We had 11. So I was like,
Whoa.
well, okay, almost double. And then I was like, okay, the quiz. That's where people can win prizes. Like they're good prizes. They're like Fortnum and Mason hampers and things. They're really good prizes.
Bloody hell.
It turns out the quiz was really bloody hard. You know, I did some practice ones.
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
I got one
I
question right.
Yeah, but I think I gave you the easier ones as well. Like I was going through them, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, especially as they were like young people. It was like in 1981, who played Scrooge in an ITV adaptation of A Christmas Carol? And I was like, oh, that's a
Wow.
bit hard, isn't it? Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't know. I can't remember. I actually do have a good question for you. Sorry,
Go
I
on.
know this is a good question.
Go.
Maurice Micklewhite is the real name of which actor who has played Scrooge on the big screen?
Wait, so
Maurice Micklewhite.
is the real
The
name?
real name of which actor? And go on, Harry.
I'm gonna throw a real curveball. I
Oh,
think it's
oh,
Jim
dear.
Carrey.
No.
Is it? Who do I know?
I will
Is
give
it-
you a.
What's the first
hit-
letter of
so-
his name?
So no. So the hints I gave them last night, 'cause I think that's a tough one, was he played a butler in a series of films.
Michael Caine.
Butler.
Michael
Michael
Caine.
Caine.
Michael
Yeah.
Caine.
And his
His-
real name is
Who was
Maurice
Scrooge?
Micklewhite.
Right, my name's Maurice.
That's a weird name, though, isn't it?
I mean,
That's,
you sure it's not like
Morris.
Morris? Pronounced Morris.
Maurice.
I mean,
If
it could
it's
be.
Maurice, it's Maurice.
yeah, it's
Okay.
Maurice then. Yeah,
Maurice.
Maurice Micklewhite.
That is so weird.
And one of the
Why
questions, here you go. In EastEnders, what unwanted gift did Dirty Den give Angie on Christmas Day 1986?
A gunshot.
Divorce papers.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Why were you making such hard questions?
I didn't. I literally just found the first Christmas quiz on the internet.
Oh my god.
Where were you searching?
I literally typed
Oh,
in
webpage.
Christmas quiz, found this one, and it had like good 5 different rounds. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll do that one. That's
Let's roll
a
with it.
pretty good one. There were some
Maybe-
good ones, to be fair.
Maybe you should take a lesson out of my book and make up your own quizzes.
Boy.
Probably. But
Well,
Wouldn't be as
after
fun,
this
would it?
episode, I'm unemployed, so I've got to find someone else to hire. My
so are we, to be honest. So, okay, here's another good one. Where was it always winter but never Christmas?
Narnia.
Yeah. No, good job. That was
Yeah,
quick.
no,
Good
that's
job.
Oh,
that was quick.
That was
Good
that was
job.
another weird thing, like Narnia, and then because I've only watched the film like twice, but
Which
Santa
one?
Claus rocks up, and I read the books as a child as well. My dad read them to me.
I've
But like, yeah,
never read
Santa
them,
Claus just
actually.
rocks up halfway through the film, doesn't he? And like gives them all presents. And I'm like, why is Santa in Narnia?
I actually
Because-
can't remember the plot, isn't it? No,
It's
the
a
one
good-
with-
it's-
they
it was
go
a-
into
so-
the wardrobe, isn't it? And
Yeah,
then
so my-
Aslan and the witch.
There are,
Yeah,
White
three,
Witch.
there are 3, isn't there? Or is it 2?
No,
There's
well, no,
three.
there are 6 books, I think.
Yeah, there's loads of books. And actually, really weirdly, in one of the books,
Edward and Peter.
Susan dies in one of the books.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
She
no,
dies and she doesn't go back to Narnia because she doesn't believe in Narnia anymore.
yeah, you get too
Oh.
old and you don't believe it. Yeah, it's really weird actually.
Oh wait,
I mean,
so Narnia. So if you believe in it, I generally have not seen it for ages. So if you believe in it, you can go there.
Well, no, but as in
But
because they've been before.
the films are a bit different to the books, but like the books are like basically there's very set, clear rules that the author wrote, and it's like I think once you get over a certain age, it's like you don't have the imagination in order to create Narnia in your mind,
Yeah.
so you can't
Yeah.
get there. I think that's basically what it was. But I mean, like, there are like 6 books.
Aslan dies in the first one, doesn't he?
He does. I
comes
think he
back
dies
to
a couple
life.
times actually.
Oh, does
He
he?
comes
Yeah,
back to
'cause
life on the
and
table.
the evil person is the White Witch, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's only in the first
Yeah.
book. There's loads of other stuff.
Well, they were saying there's Narnia supposedly, and I'm not sure if this is true, but I've heard it from so many people, is sort of based on the Bible.
It is. Is it C.S. Lewis? No, is it C.S. Lewis that wrote them?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Well,
Yeah.
if you think about
Or is
Narnia,
it-
He
as
was.
heaven,
He was a
Lewis
massive.
Carroll.
Yeah, he was a massive Christian, like huge.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So Narnia is heaven and Aslan is Jesus. And if you
Yeah.
think about it, in the first book, when he dies and comes back to life, is like, what
Interesting.
happened with Jesus?
hmm And him, the thing I quite find interesting is like him and J.R.R. Tolkien, the guy that wrote Lord of the Rings, they were like really really good friends, and I think
Yeah,
they went
they
to
were-
uni together, and like
There's
they
in Oxford.
yeah they did, and like one of C.S. Lewis's like crowning achievements was he was able to get J.R.R. Tolkien to convert to Christianity. Apart from on his deathbed, he's like, I renounce everything I'd had with Christianity, and then died.
No, did he
So-
actually?
Actually.
Oh my god!
That's fun.
I hope Lewis wasn't there. That'd be so sad, wouldn't it? The best mate's died, and he's also renounced his religion.
There's a pub in Oxford which I don't think has reopened due to coronavirus because it's one of those like really old-fashioned, really tiny pubs. But it's famous for basically being their like meeting spot.
Was that the Lamb and
Which
Flag?
one was that?
It's I can't remember what it's called, but I can. You know, if you're in city centre at Carfax Tower,
Mhm,
head up the road McDonald's is on as if you're heading to Cosmos.
mhm,
Yeah.
Keep going, and you know when the road starts to open up and you can either turn left to the museum.
Yeah.
mhm.
Keep going straight, and it's just there on the left.
Oh, okay.
It could be the Lamb and Flag, actually.
I can't remember what it's
That'd
called,
be on your right.
Oh, right. Oh, I don't know.
but it's a really famous. It was like their
Oh, right. That's interesting.
spot.
Cool.
Yeah. Although, actually, fun, interesting fact: whenever the Russos are in the UK, they tend to go to Oxford a lot, and they do their pub of choice in Oxford is the Lamb and Flag.
City
So-
Arms.
Yeah, gonna get a quiz on a Sunday.
Can you imagine? Absolutely.
Imagine.
You have to watch the American
Can
football.
you imagine? Can you imagine if we were watching the Super Bowl and the Russo brothers turned up?
5p wings, yes, please.
Bargain.
Oh, dear.
The flights were expensive, so cheap wings would be great.
Oh, man.
No, I don't
that's
think
funny.
they have that worry.
No.
No, sad. man.
I guess if you make the highest grossing film of all time, you could probably afford wings that are more expensive than 5p or 25p.
Maybe 10p. 10p
Maybe
wings.
10p.
MP at push.
Yeah,
Right.
fair enough.
I think it's time for our quiz with JK
Ooh.
in his. And then I'm going to cut to the intro.
Hello and welcome to JK's House of Games. Oh, someone at the door.
And now we're out of the intro. Hooray!
Ah, one last time. Okay, boys, I thought I'd prepare a special quiz for you today. As I found out abruptly when I was listening to the last episode of the podcast, that this is the last episode of the podcast for a while, I have prepared an 11-question quiz on the history of the 27 podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And this will test your knowledge of how much you remember of all the episodes you've recorded and done.
Oh my god.
Theoretically,
Uh,
Harry should win because he.
What? I mean, I sit down
I
and
mean, he
edit
listens to it like
every
10
single
times a
episode.
day.
Yeah.
Some are multiple choice, just because I think it would be really unfair not to give multiple choice answers, and some I've not given multiple choice, so you have to just answer. Yes, 11 questions, and I have a 12th question in case of a draw.
I had a tiebreaker just in case last night, and I'm going to tell you what it was. And I said to everyone before, I go, right, just in case there's a draw, I do have a tiebreaker. However, it is very personal to me. So if you know me well enough, you might get it. This is what the question would be. If I could move to any country tomorrow and go live at a beach bar for 3 months, what country would that be? Or island?
Oh, that
Is it
might
New
narrow it down.
Zealand?
No.
No.
Island.
Beach bar. Think beach bar.
Beach bar, beach bar.
Beach bar, beach bar, beach bar. An island. A beach bar on an
On an
island.
Is it
Yeah.
Australia?
No.
Oh, that's a big island.
Still an island.
Still, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Oh,
just so.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I always
fair.
knew I was the better friend.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, Ben, you really were pushing for me to move to Hawaii, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Yeah, I should have known
I
that.
think it'd be cool. yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay. Are you three ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, I need a pen. Hold on. Oh, God, this is poor production.
This is the insight into Salman Rambona's bedroom, everybody, as he grabs his backpack to find a pen.
Let's go.
Just take your time. Just say whenever you're ready. You know, we'll do it on your time, yeah?
Okay, sorry.
I was going to edit this out, but I'm going to keep it.
To be fair, he barely does any work, so probably can't find a pen. Doesn't know what one is.
Right, come on, let's go.
Okay. Episode 1, I'm going to be... Episode 1? Question 1. I'm going to be very strict on this answer.
Okay.
What are Jake's exact words for the intro to the Rusty Club? Exact words. Brief moment of silence as they write their answers. Right, is everyone written?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, we'll start with Harry.
Oh, this is gonna be embarrassing if I get this wrong because I'm the one that got him to record it. I think it's anyone want a pint?
Anyone want a pint, Giselle?
Anybody want a pint?
Anybody want a pint? Ben Butler?
I put anyone up for a pint.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You're all wrong. You
Oh.
guys absolutely
does anyone
suck.
fancy a pint?
No.
Does anyone fancy a pint?
Oh, I knew it. I was thinking
But you
fancy. I was
didn't,
like, no,
did you?
changed it. No, because I was thinking, I said, oh, I can you put this? He's like, I wouldn't say that, so he changed it.
I was thinking, I didn't think you guys would get it that badly wrong. I was thinking one of you
No.
might
Oh
go.
my God.
What is it?
Does
Anyone
anyone-
fancy a pint?
Anyone
up
fancy a
for
pint?
Oh,
Anyone
it's
fancy
one
a
Oh,
word
I
pint?
can
out.
hear it.
I was one word out.
Oh, fancy a pint?
This is not good.
No, I
This
was
is not-
thinking that someone might go, "Oh, does anyone fancy a pint?" And I've tricked you out that way, but no, you all suck, and you never. Right. Okay. After
Oh,
question
Jesus.
1, surprisingly, it's 0 all. Right. Question 2 is multiple choice. The first episode of the 27 podcast was released on which date? A, the 12th of April, B, the 13th of April, or C, the 14th of April?
Oh my
Do you know what you
god.
should have done actually with hindsight? Is actually if you ever bring this podcast back, you need to release it on the 27th date of a month.
Mhm, mhm.
Needs to be done.
Oh,
Just putting that out.
that would
The
be
issue is,
clever.
I've got a bit of a sticky one here because we released it on YouTube.
What were the dates? Sorry.
A, the 12th, B, the 13th, or C, the 14th.
I mean, I'm gonna because we had an issue
Okay.
uploading on YouTube because we couldn't
Uh-huh.
verify the account or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, go on, Harry.
I couldn't remember what the exact date was, but I've put the 12th of April.
The 12th, Giselle?
12th of April.
12th.
Oh, I put C, which I think is the 14th.
Ben Butler, you are correct. 1
Yeah.
point,
Yes.
Ben. You released your first
Ah.
episode on the 14th of April.
I'm
Question
doing terribly
3.
at this.
Question 3. This is not multiple choice. Who was the guest in episode 15 of the podcast?
Oh,
Jesus.
for fuck's sake.
Ah.
15.
We've got to work. I know who is episode 12.
Do you know what? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you the date.
No.
Okay,
Don't give a hint.
okay,
Don't give a hint.
Okay. Who was the guest in episode 15 of the podcast? Think about your guest. Who have you had? Think around the time episode 15 came out, and give me an answer.
I think I've got two answers. Obviously,
got it.
I'm gonna put the one I think it is.
Okay.
but-
yeah, okay.
I think it could be this one.
Okay. Has everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
Harry Barr,
I have put Mike Dory of the Hippy Dippy podcast.
Mike Dory of the Hippy Dippy Podcast,
Oh, I
Giselle,
didn't put that.
Craig McGilvery.
Craig McGilvery, Ben Butler.
I also put Craig McGilvery. However, I then put underneath, Craig McGilvery is my answer. But was it when you joined us in our living room for that love test?
Oh my God, no! Oh,
No,
it is
it-
Craig McGilvery.
Wasn't.
No, that wasn't.
It's Craig
no.
McGilvery.
Oh, JK's frozen for me. You've all frozen for me. Well, I hope everyone's okay.
I actually,
Yeah,
do you
that's
know what
a good
now? I
answer.
actually, sorry, Ben, I don't care about Portsmouth Football Club. However, I now always check
Can I?
if
Can
he's
I?
kept a clean sheet.
Yeah,
Just to
hey,
see how
he's
it
got
goes.
4 in a row actually. It's pretty
He's
good.
doing well,
Can I just ask a question? What was the actual answer? Because everyone froze for me for a second, and I think it was
Oh,
Craig
sorry.
McGilvery.
Craig McGilvery.
I've got
Craig
0
McGilvery.
points on this, and I edit the podcast.
Actually, so I know we are
Okay.
mid-game, but we have to say that was pretty cool episode because we ended up in a newspaper.
We did
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
We actually
did,
ended
didn't
up in a
you? Yeah.
newspaper. for
That was,
that.
I think it's our
was-
most successful episode. No, maybe not. I don't know, but it's one of it's definitely it's got the most exposure that episode.
Exposure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
crazy.
It's also
Sick.
it was quite fun as the listener as well, because obviously, Ben, I know you quite well. And you can
Yeah.
hear the excitement in your voice. So you
100%.
obviously, you.
He genuinely I'm not being. He is probably my favorite player. So having him on was just like amazing. And then yeah, I mean, it's cool. And now he's doing really well. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Since the episode came out, he's doing.
I've been
pretty
thinking this as
well.
well.
Started.
It,
know what, as
it
well,
wasn't like
like-
his first episode
So-
back after that. He came on as a sub and defended like 3 penalties or whatever. He saved 3
Yep.
penalties.
And hasn't been out of the side since. So
What I hope happens is, you know how whenever you meet someone famous, you always just don't want to be like, "Can I have a photo?" You want to come up with something. I hope one
Yeah.
day you do bump into Craig in Portsmouth and be like, "Oh, just in case you don't know, I'm Ben. We did that podcast episode together," and he'll be like, "Oh shit, that's really cool." Which I think would be really nice. Okay, question 4.
Well, maybe you could call them episodes. Ooh.
Yeah, episode 4, A New Hope. Right. Learning with Lamo has taught us many fun facts. The first ever fun fact Lamo told us was that everyone alive on the Earth could be placed inside a cube that is this length in sides long. Is it A, 500 meters, B, 1,000 meters, or C, 2,000 meters? I hope you appreciate these questions because I had to.
These questions are great.
I had to
You've
listen to
boosted
them.
our listening figures this week, JK.
Okay, Harry, what is your answer? A, B, or C? A, 500, B, 1,000, or C, 2,000?
B1000. That is written there for everyone to.
B, 1,000. Giselle,
B1000 as well.
B, 1,000. Ben, B, 1,000. Points all round.
Hey, I'm on the
1,000.
board. I'm on the board.
Everyone
I remember that
alive
one.
on the Earth could be placed inside a cube that is 1,000 meters by 1,000 meters by 1,000 meters. Okay, episode 5. Which episode is the longest of the 30?
Oh, simple. No,
Simple.
Do you know what I
it
thought?
is.
I thought it was simple, and there is a few, the 3 that are really close in time.
but surely I can only remember one
Give
episode.
me,
that
give me,
took
give me
Wow.
the guest or the episode number. Well, I'm sure you just give me.
I remember the
But it is.
episode that we definitely recorded.
Or-
Was the Flower Fight
oh.
one, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the curve.
But that's because we were on the call
Talking
for like
for
another
ages.
40 minutes.
I
weren't
know
we?
what JK's
No,
doing.
no.
No, hang on.
Which episode on Spotify, when it comes up with a time on the right, has the longest time of an episode?
Hang on. I need to think. Hang on.
Okay, can it be? Do I? Okay, do I have
Just-
to get
just
the
like
actual
either
either
number
the-
or the
number?
guess.
whoever was on it.
No.
Or the guest.
Give me. You can give me. If it's an episode where you threw on your own the title of the episode, if it's where they have a guest,
Okay.
give me who the guest is.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're very keen and you happen to know the episode number, give me the episode number. Okay, Harry, your answer, please.
So initially I wrote Sarah and Jordan episode 11, but then I thought, hang on, no, it's Marexim Slavsky, who wrote
Marexim-
Chasing Black Unicorns, I believe.
Okay, Giselle,
Yeah, I'll put that one as well.
same answer.
Terrence McGlasky.
Ben,
Nice. I don't even remember. I did put Flower Fight.
so Giselle and Harry, correct answer.
Oh,
Episode
bollocks. I
26.
was the one who bloody interviewed
Yeah,
him.
you're.
Oh,
I remember getting the
I-
part. It was an hour long. I'm like, bloody hell, Ben.
I had to close my Spotify on my laptop to say something about my audio recording. I think the Flower Fight was something around an hour and 4 minutes.
It was an hour,
and
hour and 6, I think.
hour and 6, hour and 7. So like pretty close.
Yeah.
But and then there was
Ah.
another one which was an hour and 3. I can't remember which one.
I think that might have been one where it was just us. There was one where we
I think it might have been
spoke
Craig
for
McGilvray,
ages.
potentially. I'm not sure though.
Craig's was long.
talking
Lionel
of just-
Chambers episode was long as well.
maybe that was the other one. Talking of you three though, Ben, how many episodes of the podcast has it just been you three? A, 5, B, 6, or C, 7?
How many episodes has it just been us? 3.
Yeah, no
Oh,
guess.
as in with like no guess. Oh,
No
okay,
guess.
sorry.
No
Right.
Rusty Club, no Learning with Lamo, no
Oh my
JK House
God.
of Games.
Wait, so what do you watch them? Sorry, 5, 6, or 7?
Yeah, A5, B6, C7.
I think we had a very productive run, to be honest. I don't think we would have had more than. Of just.
But this season we've had way more with just us 3.
Hmm.
Do you know what's really aesthetically pleasing for me as well is that you're ending on episode 30. I would have been really mad if you had ended on like episode 27 or 33.
Yeah, we would have.
You
Yeah.
need to end on like an even number. Okay, answers. Harry,
God, sorry.
I put A A5.
A5, Giselle.
B6.
B6.
I
Ben?
also went B6.
B6. It is C7. There
Oh.
are 7
Oh,
episodes
really?
on yourself.
Really?
Is it?
I have included, I don't know if you will, I think I did include the blooper episode, but however, that still counts as an episode, and there's still just you three in there.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, question 7 is not a multiple choice, so you'll have to use your talented brain skill. In episode 6, you had the brilliant Max Fosh on the podcast.
Oh, God.
What was his ABBA song?
Oh, my
God.
He extensively talked about how he liked the ABBA Gold playlist, the ABBA Gold. He's like, every parent has the ABBA Gold soundtrack. But what song did he decide to enter his Rusty Club account with?
I can hear it. I can hear him saying it.
Can you? Jesus, I cannot remember that.
So can I, only because I listened to it yesterday. But so can I. Okay, has everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry,
You have to go with Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen.
my worst
Giselle,
impression of
Man in
I-
My Boner.
I put gimme.
Gimme.
Yeah, I also vote gimme. Yeah.
Despite the fact that Harry says he can hear it,
Oh, no.
all 3 of you are wrong. It
What?
was Waterloo because he said, I'm going to go with the one that, can't remember the exact word, but accelerated their fame at Eurovision,
Oh
Waterloo.
my god.
So he
Oh,
went
wow.
with
Wow, how you look like a
swear- I
dickhead
swear-
now,
I
don't
swear
you?
you said Dancing
On your
Queen.
face. Oh, I
Nah, Max, I'm sorry. I'm sure you listen to the podcast every week. I'm very sorry, Max.
Also, speaking of which, he's sort of projected onto bigger podcasts as well. He's now on like
He's
the
been on-
Happy
he's been on
Hour
Jack- Happy
podcast
Hour,
and
yeah.
Did you see
a couple of others. So it
have
must
you
be
seen
in his Radio 1 thing.
have you seen
Yeah.
his
You know?
Twitter, his Radio on Twitter
Yeah,
thing he did the other day?
Yeah,
it was quite
was very
funny.
clever.
And did you see the
However-
head of the Radio 1 replied?
yeah.
Which one? There was a few replied.
Oh no,
No, so like the head of Radio 1
Aled
replied,
something,
and
I
he
can't
did
remember his
the thing where, because Max is so the video is him talking to the
Oh,
camera.
yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like
name. Yeah. Also,
second angle, and so then
Yeah.
Aled, the head
Yeah,
of
yeah, I
Radio
did
1,
see that.
goes second angle.
The only reason I say which reply is because one of the blue tick, I can't remember who it was, one of the blue tick Radio 1 DJs also replied going,
Chris Stark did.
it's probably
I know.
best that you follow us on social media if you want a job, like ... sort of thing.
Oh, I think
But I-
that might have been Alec because he says that in his
So I
video
don't
as well.
think,
At the end, he's like, "Yeah, next time it'd be good if you follow us on social media." when
yeah,
you're
which
trying
I
to
think was a
apply."
bit like, oh, okay. Anyway, episode 8. In the original podcast intro performed by you 3, one of the lines is social distancing because it is cool. One of you is slightly behind on the word cool. Who is it? A, Harry, B, Ben, C, Giselle.
3 guys chilling on a podcast, social distancing because it is cool. Yeah.
I listened to this so many times to work out who it was. I got external invigilator, Miss Lydia Owen, to help me out. And we both agreed that it was this one person. So pretty sure it's right. A, Harry, B, Ben, C, Giselle.
Yeah, we don't really need the multiple choice on this one.
D, Jake. Oh.
Harry, what's your answer?
I went with, as someone who's listened to it extensively, Mr. Ben Butler.
Mr. Ben Butler, Giselle.
I put Harry Barr.
You put Harry Barr.
I
and
think
Ben.
yourself, so
Oh!
Oh, okay.
So I can confirm that one of you is right.
What?
And I think his listening experts have paid off. Harry Barr, you are correct. It's
Ah.
Ben Butler.
Is it really
slightly
me?
behind.
Yes, no, I remember
Oh.
because when we were recording it the first time, you kept on saying because it is cool rather than because it is cool, and I think that might have stuck in you in your mind brain. When...
your brain.
We might need. We're coming up to question 9, but currently the scores are you all have 3 right so far.
No, I've got 4.
I think I have 4 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? I've got 3. Okay, Giselle, tell me which 4 you've got right.
Craig McGilvery,
Run.
Marek Simlinski,
Yeah.
the 12. Oh, yeah, it's 3. Sorry.
There we go. Right. Okay.
Have I not got 4?
My bad.
I've just written 3.
Which ones?
I
Oh
didn't know.
no, it is 4 because I got B, the 1,000, 1,000.
Okay, well maybe you are on 4 then.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
Jonathan.
I'm on 4
I'm
as
only
well.
on
Trying
3.
to
I'm
steal
gonna,
my
I'm
business.
only on
I
3.
also think I'm on 4 because me and Giselle shot up,
Okay.
and then
4.
Harry was.
Fine.
Yeah.
Jesus. So, happy birthday, Jesus, and 4 days time. Right, question 9. I'm going to be specific again. I'd like to be very specific again. What is the exact title of episode 1 of the podcast?
Oh my
Oh
god!
Jesus Christ!
I think I know it.
I will say if one of you is very close and the other 2 are not, I will give it to you. But let's see if we can get someone who is 100% right. What is the title of episode 1 of the podcast?
Okay.
Ben, have you written something down?
This
Yeah.
is an absolute.
Okay.
Okay.
Harry Barr.
The title of episode 1 is episode 1. I can't believe we've done this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Giselle.
I just put. I can't believe we've done this. Not episode 1.
Ben.
I also put. I can't believe we've done this.
Yeah, I hadn't put episode 1, so I will give it to you for I can't believe we've done this. So points.
Yeah.
You said the exact episode. Exact
Well, I
title.
know. I was just thinking because they've all got episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was just thinking like the.
I thought
the
that'd be
title.
able to catch them out. I honestly did.
Oh well.
Been-
Question 10. What is the first nothing to watch that you boys discussed in episode 2?
Sorry, I'm just having a bark off with my dog.
But he doesn't seem to be moving in the background of your.
Sorry, can you repeat the
Yes,
question?
of course. What is the first nothing to watch
Wait.
that you boys discussed in episode 2?
What was our first?
Oh my god, what was the first one we did?
Harry's looking really smug.
remembered
I know it.
Well,
I know it.
Oh,
Harry,
Ben knows it.
we know that you've said you've
I know
claimed
it.
the right answer before.
We
so
have-
maybe
yeah, we
wait.
do. I
maybe,
feel very-
maybe wait. It's been confirmed. Okay, looks like Ben's got an answer. Harry's got an answer. Giselle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I've got this one.
Okay. Harry,
I put Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Yeah,
I also
Tiger
put
King
Tiger King.
and Tiger King.
I think I need you guys to both get this wrong.
I'm pretty confident you're all
It is.
wrong.
No, it's not.
I've got down in episode 2 that your nothing to watch was 3 identical strangers.
No.
No, it was Tiger King because we were like, it was at the very beginning. We were like, oh my god, it's the.
Hang on. Was it episode?
not
hang
gonna
on,
Start
let
talking
me
about
just-
it. Do identical
Episode
strangers.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go chat the dog out.
That's all right. Right, I'm looking at episode 2, The Greatest Years on Your Life, which is what I was. This week's Nothing to Watch covers the wildly intriguing documentary,
Mm-mm. No,
3
no, no.
Identical Strangers.
We talked about one in episode 1, which was
Oh,
Tiger
did
King.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not in the description, so that's not very helpful. But okay, fine. I'll give you all the point.
You should have asked for like the third one.
I know, but I was like, oh, the first one, 3 Identical Strangers. To be fair, I think my logic was, they'll probably think it's Tiger King, but actually, according to the description, it's 3 Identical Strangers.
What, was 3 Identical Strangers that early?
No,
Yeah,
well,
it
it was
was
episode
episode
2,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Because remember, we watched a whole bunch of documentaries, and then like, went into films and stuff, and then like, yeah, and then we just
Did we watch Tiger King in the first episode?
We did, yeah, because that was like one of the catalysts for us doing the podcast.
But then there was one nothing to watch that I didn't
Because
watch, and
me
you were
and Giselle-
fuming
That
'cause you
was
didn't
that
watch
was
it.
that was abducted in no
Abducted in Plain Sight.
No,
Yeah, it was.
it wasn't that. You'd watch that one.
no it was the one about love. What's it called? The
Oh, the lesbian couple.
Yeah.
The baseball player.
yes. Oh, what was it called though?
Can't remember.
Well,
It was that one though.
Yeah, Giselle. And people actually wouldn't know that. So that's your behind the scenes for that episode. If you go back and listen to
If you wonder why
Nothing to
Giselle was
Watch,
so quiet in that episode,
Giselle doesn't speak for like 15 minutes. And that is because you didn't watch the episode.
Nice one, Giselle. Right, question 11. I thought I'd have to add this in. How many episodes has the world famous James Kennedy featured in? A4, B5, C6. This is not including this one.
Not including. Okay.
Not including this one.
Uh,
A4, B5, C6.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the numbers again? I'm trying to work.
Yeah,
out
of course.
myself.
A4, B5, C6.
I'm not sure why I've circled this one, but I've circled the number.
Oh, well, it's an exciting number, I'm sure.
Mm.
Oh no! Oh, I almost shot myself in the foot there. Okay.
Harry Barr?
Excluding this episode, I believe that JK has featured in 5 episodes.
5. Giselle?
I put 5 as well. 5 episodes.
5.
I put 6 because I was thinking about
6.
the first one that you were in
Yeah.
as well.
It is B5. I have been very lucky.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
done 3 previous podcast games. I did The
Yeah.
Greatest Years of Your Life, and Harry and I did the Love one, recorded in Oxford.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It was
so
the-
that
yeah.
was Harry got that.
Giselle's leading by 1 now.
Oh,
Well, that was
that was the last one. There's 11
that was the
isn't
last
there?
one.
Mhm.
I do have one more final question, but that was in case of a tie break. But we do not have a tie break. Because
No.
Giselle
That means-
Manamambona has won with 7 correct answers. Harry and Ben, you are behind on 6. But Giselle has won. And I think that means
Congratulations,
does that mean
Giselle.
you win 3 games? Or
That means
you-
Giselle has got to 3, which
3
means
for
that whoever came last
threesies.
has to do the punishment.
Well,
I don't think it was
joint
whoever
last.
came last.
It was. It was. Why would you?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was the
currently
winner. The winner
losing.
picks, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Let me-
I think to make it fair, Giselle, I think
I'm
take
pretty
some
sure.
time. Think
Yeah.
of a forfeit, and Harry.
No,
You
We-
already
you've
submitted
got the
your
ones.
forfeits.
You've got
Months
them.
ago.
You've got the
What was-
forfeit.
Oh yes, I
We
do.
all
Well, I
sent
need
them to you. You said you could have them in a
I
little
need to
envelope.
scroll back on my messages from Giselle. Hopefully, you sent them to me on
Hopefully I
Facebook.
did. I don't think I did.
No, but I thought the whole point was that we
will
all
check.
put one in, and then
Yeah,
you were
you had,
gonna,
like-
the winner
Yeah, I
would
think
pick.
that was. I have remembered that, but I need to find where.
We can do that
Giselle
off
sent
air.
me.
We can do it on
that.
Instagram.
Yeah. Well, okay.
we can
Well,
do that
they
off
will
air.
post on Instagram. Look out on Instagram for the forfeit that they will have to be doing.
If I get
Yeah.
my fucking forfeit, I'm gonna be absolutely fuming.
Well, that's it. Would you like to hear what the bonus question would have been?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
It was another one about me. Episode 20 was one of my famous games. Which game did we play? in
Tweet to
episode
who?
20?
No, it was the one drinking hole one. Guess the club night one.
Club night, tweet two. Giselle, what game did you think we played? I don't need the official title, but which game was it? You can either go with one of them, or you could go for the quotation station one, because that's the only other one we played.
Quotation station.
I just wasn't that. That was literally the last game we did.
It was tweet two. The first game we did was nightclubs. Then we did tweet two.
Oh, I thought that was our first.
I can
Oh,
remember the
thought that
name of
was our
episode
first
10
one.
as well. It's episode 10, the list. Okay, guys. So something I want to bring up is just, we're coming to the end of the podcast as we know it. Do you have any favourite moments?
It's the
or favourite
end
guests?
as we
Or
know
favourite
it, as we know it.
Jokes?
It's the end as we know it,
Do I have
as
any
we know it.
favourite moment? I don't have I probably do, but something
It was all bad.
Yeah, it was rubbish. Is whenever I listen to an episode of the podcast, just because it always starts the same with Giselle going, "Hold up, wait a minute."
I love that.
I'm always like-
actually
I-
love that.
I loved it at first time because I was like, "Oh, this is quite fun," but after all the time, I just want to listen to the podcast. I was like, you know, on Spotify, you can do like the skip 15, skip
Yeah.
15. I was like, skip 15, skip 15, skip.
No, sorry, I hate to say it, but Giselle's one is way better than
This
No,
episode of the
it's-
27
no.
podcast is brought to you by Anchor.
No, it's not just. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
that Harry Potter is just
Giselle.
so monotone.
I recorded
and boring.
that in week
Giselle's
2.
one is class.
I recorded it in week 2.
No, I'm not saying Giselle's is boring. I'm just saying that even if it was Harry, it's just like because it goes on for a minute.
That's good. At least mine was like quicker. Mine was definitely 30 seconds.
Yeah,
But yeah, do as hosts, do you have a favourite moment of your podcast history?
I think I've got a few. I think probably I think favorite single moment was the message I got from Max Fosh. Because it was like the first time we got a guest. It was like, oh my god, we're gonna get so many big guests on. Yeah.
Yeah.
but the message I got from him, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, because I remember I messaged him and I spoke to him afterwards about it as well, and he's like, oh, the reason I liked yours is because it was quite a personal message. Like you've been watching me for a while, this and that, this. But yeah, I think that was quite a euphoric moment.
I think that is quite a cool moment.
Yeah, and then like
Oh, sorry, Harry. Go on,
no,
go on.
you go ahead.
Okay, we can we do like one each. I absolutely loved Flora coming on
Mm-hmm.
and being really, really like just really honest and open. I thought that was really, really, really cool of her, to be honest. And it just made me, I felt really good, obviously, because she felt so comfortable being able to speak so openly and honestly. And I think that made me feel really good about the podcast because I knew it was in like a good place and that there wasn't really, that people were feeling like it's a safe space and everything. So that made me feel really good about it.
I think that's a very good and poignant one. Giselle?
Giselle?
I think my favorite episode was the Big Flower Fight one. Because they were our first international guests.
Yeah,
I didn't think that it's not that. If you told me that like how many episodes in we would get someone from across the pond, I'd be like, wow.
Especially they've been on a Netflix show as well.
And a Netflix show
Yeah.
as well. That's pretty sick. And not even nice, the fact that even behind the scenes, how we're still considered, well, I don't even consider them our best friends. We can consider them close friends of the podcast.
Very good friends.
Very, very good friends.
I think as well.
Yeah, I mean, they do
They're
like,
very lovely.
Yeah.
it's funny because we do chat to them quite a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, definitely Jordan anyway, not.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Jordan's Discord, and like we talk occasionally in there. Obviously Jordan has gone on to become incredibly TikTok famous.
Mhm.
I believe she's over 200,000 followers now, with many
With only one narrative there.
Yeah.
That same
Yeah,
bunny.
Ben Butler, step it up.
Oh.
Yeah, but Ben's just jealous that Jordan.
For the first time ever, I gained followers on my last TikTok. I didn't lose any, so that's a pretty big deal since the old.
I think I do actually have a favorite episode. Is I did really enjoy the Max Fosh episode just because we followed Street Smart for such a long time.
Mhm.
But I remember listening to shout out to the other regular on the podcast, Lamo, because
Mhm.
whenever he does his fun facts, I remember sitting there going, every time he'd say a fun fact, it was actually a really cool fact.
Yeah,
And
they were
actually,
good.
I remember pausing them,
Mhm.
writing them down, and then bringing them up at dinner with my family
Oh,
because it
wow.
was like they were really cool fun facts. So
Yeah,
shout out to that.
Yeah, no, because I was really worried after like the first one with Lamo, be like, oh, he's found the coolest fun fact. But every episode he just came and delivered even more.
Some really good fun facts.
Yeah. Really
It's
very
cool 'cause
obscure. as well.
I think we managed to get a nice variation of guests. I think on the podcast as well. Someone for me, even if it's interesting because I think at the start we were so focused on getting just like big people on. I think,
Mhm.
but then as the times have gone on, we were kind of like, actually, this person's made a really cool video, and I think like for example, like Lionel.
Yeah.
I absolutely love his videos. Like they're so short, they're like 2 minutes, but the amount of effort and time he puts into them, and they look amazing.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'd love him to come on because I just to pick someone's brain,
Yeah.
is it worth you putting 10 hours in to make this 2-minute video? And he's just like, yeah, I have a 9-to-5 job, but I wouldn't do anything else. I absolutely love it. And I just think stuff like that's really
I think-
cool, just talking to people who have different.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like also, another thing happened was with Claire's episode. Like someone who's been an Arctic and Antarctic explorer, an expedition leader. Like I never thought I'd talk to someone who's actually like done that in depth for like an hour as well. And I think her episode was quite long as well. A good one. But yeah, she was so lovely and just answered all of our stupid questions about what's it like. What is it snowy there? Oh, what? Yeah, it's just like I just everyone that we've had on has been lovely as well.
I really like the variety of guests that you've
Mhm.
had as well. It's not always the same sort of people. It's people who do completely different things.
I did worry at the start that we were going to fall into like a pigeonhole of being like a YouTuber
Mhm.
podcast, and I was quite worried about that because that's not what I wanted to be
Mm.
at all. And so it's difficult though, because like when it's really nice that we have a variation, but then when people are like, "Oh, you do a podcast, like what's it about?" And I'm like, "Well, we just get like
Interesting.
anyone on,
Anyone,
really,
yeah,
like we
yeah.
just like we don't have a
A
you know,
theme.
a USP or whatever it is."
Mhm.
So, it's interesting like that, I think. But it's been a great laugh, I have to say. It's been cool to be able to do, obviously with Giselle and Harry, and then it's been nice, to have some of our closer friends on as well.
Yeah.
So like, having you on, JK as a regular, Lamo on, and things like that. Because
Having Jake narrate every single Rusty Club intro.
I can't believe he does that every episode for
Yeah, I
us.
know.
It's so
He
kind of
calls
him.
me up like, I've got it ready for you, Harry.
Yeah, I think it's just been nice to show off some of our friends as well and
That's
show
very
that they're cool people.
Any birthday shout outs this week, Ben?
Jesus.
Our birthdays
birthday.
are done.
Yeah,
Happy
he paid
birthday.
he paid £5 to be mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah, no, it's been good, and like obviously it's been great because it's kept myself, Harry, and Giselle
Yeah.
chatting.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
like-
think we would have, but it's definitely like at least having like this Zoom call every week. It's just nice to kind of just be like, "Oh, how's your week been?" Like,
Yeah, like,
obviously during
we-
lockdown is a bit
before we start
different.
recording, we have a little chat for like 5 minutes. How is everyone? We're doing all right. Yeah, which is why I think when I ask everyone how they are, no one really answers because we've already spoken about it for like 5
You've
10
already-
minutes.
you've
before
already
we
discussed
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Guys,
Yeah,
how
no.
are you?
It's
Yeah.
yeah, that's bang on.
See how it goes.
Also, I thought about this the other day, and I was bringing up about Giselle. So, Giselle, great guy, absolutely love him, obviously.
Oh, see, that's how you know you're gonna absolutely go off on one. Jesus Christ!
But Giselle
Calm.
will not say. He will not say a generic statement. Okay, so Giselle will never go, "Well, everyone likes strawberries." Giselle will go, "Personally, I like strawberries, but it's okay if you don't like strawberries."
Everything is a controversial topic. For
Everything, but like every week, you'll see it in our group chats, and it'll always be like, "Well, in my opinion, ... I like it," or it'll be like, "Personally, ... I love this." I had to bring it up
That's
because you
actually
put it
true.
in our group chat the other day, and I thought it was so funny. You
I
would
mean, I
never
don't know about
say-
you guys, but like,
you will never just be, put a general opinion out there.
Yeah.
You will always
True.
say, "Well, this is my opinion."
yeah, it's
You
like
could
personally,
be
guys,
like,
I
"Oh,
don't-
it's a
That's
great."
very true.
yeah.
Personally, I love it when it's sunny, but you're like, you don't want to cast that opinion onto everyone else.
It's like I don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not for everyone, but I
That's
personally
true. I
really,
say
really
that a
like
lot.
water. Big shout
Don't
out to
get me
water
wrong.
every single day.
Yeah,
Mm.
I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're holding
that's
it like
true.
you would as well.
Mhm, mm.
That's
I quite
so
like
true.
when you do the adios, goodbye, ciao, thanks for coming.
He tries to come up with a different language each week, like a
Can't think of one.
lass.
Can't think of English.
How do
Goodbye.
words? Mm.
Oh well, I say so. What have we learned in these 30 episodes from episode 1 to episode now?
My
30.
computer needs more storage.
Nice.
That's what I've learned.
Hey, you've learned how to edit though.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
already knew how to. I think I've got better at editing.
100%.
Definitely, and like especially when
You're
we did the
30
weekly
times more
challenges as well.
experienced.
Like the weekly challenges, even for
Oh
one of
my
them, I did a
God,
green
yeah.
screen. I've never
The
done a
weekly
green screen before. I
challenges
was like,
are
you know, I'm
really
gonna up
good,
it a bit.
But they were good when we had time to do them. Like
Mm.
when
Yeah.
it was locked out, they were good
Yeah.
fun to do. But like
Yeah.
now, there's just no chance that we can
No.
do them. 'cause
I'm
it's
still
just-
waiting on Ben's ASMR video, but
Yes, it's not gonna happen.
You've got a mic. You go.
do it now, Ben. Do it now.
Oh
Ooh,
no!
Such a horrible noise.
Oh no! No!
Oh dear. I can't wait to hear that in the edit and just like boost the volume just to really, really get into it.
Oh. So, what have you learned? Come on, from episode 1 to episode 30.
From episode what's episode 30, I think. What have I learned? I don't know. I haven't learned anything. I've learned that if you
Great.
can fit the whole population of the globe in a 1,000 by 1,000 by 1,000 cube, that's what I learned.
Oh,
in 30 episodes.
Wow. Gosh, it's dangerous thinking that.
I should. I think I've got another one as well. Like, I think I've definitely got better and more comfortable at the sort of like interviewing and presenting. Definitely. I mean, the guys joke about it a lot. You know, I stumble over words. I say a lot. You definitely at home will be able to hear every single bloody I make. But I think I've definitely got better at that.
Oh my god! Imagine JK
He's
went
got
through
so
every
much
episode, and the question was, how many has Harry said? He needs something like 1,000.
More than that, definitely. I'm saying like probably 2,500. That's what I'm saying. 2,500.
Yeah, it's been good fun though, and I think
That's been a really, really good run.
nice little way to end on a high note.
Mm-hmm.
Good bants, and yeah, I don't really know how to. That's it. We'll see you when we see
We'll
you.
see
I
you
guess.
next
We'll
year.
see you-
We'll see you next year, guys.
Well, don't make any promises.
No,
What, there's
I want
365
you
days?
three. I want you three to make that promise. This is all I have.
Yeah, no, it's been good though. I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, sadly, it just takes out quite a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, I got a microphone out of it though. This nice thing on an arm. You see, each
And
week.
30 episodes later, Giselle didn't get a microphone.
No, he still has
that's
not got a
good.
Ben didn't even buy one. I gave that one to him. Yeah. Actually, it's an old one. It's an old microphone from Rock Band on the Rock Band on the Wii.
And
Nice.
it's very
Bang
good.
on.
You'll
Yeah,
have,
it's pretty decent to be fair. So.
you'll have to
really
try
good.
and do some specials next year.
Well, I mean,
example-
if Sarah and Jordan ever come to the UK, we're definitely recording with them again.
I think that, or I was about to say, if they do the Flower Show season 2, you could do a review of season 2 with Jordan and see who
We
her
could.
favorite.
Oh, we could. Yeah, that would be
That
good.
would be
Yeah.
banging, actually. Right, that's
Do you know
good.
what?
That'd
Actually,
be
no. Do you know
nice,
who
yeah.
I'd love for you to have on? I think
Yeah.
you, but all three of you love it. It's not a specific person, but
Oh,
get one of the drag queens from the UK version of RuPaul's Drag Race on to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. I think would just be amazing.
JK,
You
would
know,
you like
I'd
to
have to
guest? Would
watch
you
the
like
whole
to guest
show
host
now.
that episode as well?
Oh, mate, I think you guys. I just think it would be. It's also just probably a fantastic perspective, not only for what their careers like, but also they probably have some very interesting stories about how they grew up as well. I think it would just be very
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I think on that end.
JK will be taking on a producer credit for the next series.
No, I think on that end, no, it's goodbye for now. Thanks for listening. Honestly, from me, just thanks to everyone for enjoying these 30 episodes. As we said, we've really enjoyed it. And actually, when we look back on it, it's been something like 36 weeks we've been doing this over.
Mhm.
Like because we had a little break in between. It's been great fun though. And thank you to the boys for just on the whim. I just said, hey, let's do a podcast, and they were like, yeah.
I mean,
And then literally like 3 days later, we had a logo.
Yeah.
And then like 4 or 5 days later, we were recording. And it was just it just went really quickly. But
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things that if you dwell on it too much, then it never would happen. So I'm glad we did it so quickly. So
Yeah,
thank you both to Harry
absolutely.
and Giselle. Thank you to our regulars, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Lamberton, for coming on. And
For having me,
always-
boys.
another thank you as well to anyone that's recorded anything. So Jake, who
Yes.
who does the Rusty Club intro every time. To Ellie, who made the intro for season 2, the jingle, and to
Katie for the
making
logo.
the
Coming
logo.
in for the logo,
This
yeah.
incredible logo.
to Charlotte for the hats that we had.
Mhm.
Salt and Stitch.
And
And,
Yeah, I think
and
that's
to Redbubble
everything.
for selling our merch, which is still
Yeah, but,
available
like-
if you want to buy it.
but like giving us like 20p if we sold anything.
But yeah, anyway,
Perfect.
huge thank you guys. We'll see you
Merry
when we see you.
Christmas. Merry Christmas and a happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
Come on, no, you got to
Harry
do
New
the
Year.
actual proper outro.
Oh, goodbye.
For one last time.
One last
away,
time.
Adios. Sayonara. Hasta la vista, baby. Merry Christmas and a happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I think you guys
From the
actually,
podcast.
as good as it would be to end on that, I think you actually need to end on a rendition
Kennedy.
of the original intro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Ready?
Okay,
Guys,
ready? Is everyone
chilling
ready?
on a podcast.
Hey,
Social
ready,
distancing
guys?
because it is cool.
No, all at the same time, not one at a time.
Yeah. But
Okay.
It was just
I
a
was
round. We'll do it as a
Okay, ready?
round.
3, 2, 1.
Three
guys chilling on a podcast. Social distancing because it is cool.
Yeah.